What's going on, everybody, man? Welcome back to the channel, man. Welcome back to a new video. And to my new subscribers,
What's up?
what's up, dog? What's happening with y'all, man? Appreciate y'all. Thank y'all for joining me on this week's video. So today, like I told y'all in some other videos, your boy think he's a driver, or I'm trying to become one. So today we gonna be doing a driver's mod. Now, matter of fact, before I get into anything else, man, let me show y'all what we got. So what we have here is the Verus Engineering pedal spacer. And I got it in black because, you know, who's gonna see it anyway, really? So you get in a different color. But this is what I got. So now I really want to get into heel towing, especially whenever I'm hitting a corner and I shift down into second gear. I want to be able to do a proper rev match as I get down to, as I go into second, to go through against the way I can power through the turn. So now your boy got big feet, man. And though I got big feet, when I try to hit the pedal, because of how the pedals are set up in the car, it's like way off to the side. So, and I'll show you guys that in a minute. But what we have with the throttle, we got the spacer itself. We have two bolts, and then two locking nuts. And then we have a different a pedal stop. So we have to put an extended pedal stop on there because of how we're gonna be pretty much moving the pedal. It's gonna be a little further up, and we'll be able to adjust it from left to right as well. So up and down and left and right. But what came with it and everything is this card here. It's got a little message on the back there. And we got a sticker. You know, we like those. And it also comes with a warning. So what they're saying with this, because you're moving your throttle pedal and the fact that you're moving the position of the throttle pedal, is gonna be a little weird driving the car. So that's why this video is pretty much gonna be in two parts. So this video is just really gonna be all about just installing it. And what I'm gonna do is, it says on here, it says, to feel the full effect of this product, we recommend driving the vehicle with this installed for no less than 2 full weeks. Now, what they're wanting you to do is get that muscle memory as to the new pedal location. So before you try and do anything, trying to do some heel to toe, you should get used to, you know, get your muscle memory in your foot used to the new pedal location. And it gives you time to try and figure out exactly where you want it, make any adjustments that you want. And then at that point, you can go on and get to it. So that's what I'm going to do. So I'm going to just install it on this video. I'm going to drive the car a little while for a couple of weeks, and I'll do a video reviewing my, you know, the process and how the car feels and all of that stuff on a later video. And I got to figure out some type of way to mount the camera down at the foot pedal so that you guys can kind of see what I'm doing, if I can get this thing just right. So cross your fingers for me. But anyway, let's get inside the car, and then I'll show y'all what we're looking at. All right, so we're in the car here. So if we can, I'll show you guys the distance here. This is pretty much what the pedal setup looks like the way it is right now. That's pretty much how far it is. All right, so now what we have to do is there's 2 bolts we have to take off, and there's this bolt right here at the bottom, and there's one up here at the top, and they're both 10 millimeters. So get a 10 millimeter socket and a ratchet here, and see if I can position the camera in here to where I can get in there and get this thing out of here. All right, that's one out. And then at this point, the pedal should just come right on up out of there and expose that plate right there. So there, you can disconnect the cable up there, but I'm gonna do all of this without doing that. So let me squeeze up out of here so I can grab the spacer. All right, so now how this is gonna go here. So here's the spacer here. Flip it around to the back, and what you're gonna do is run these included bolts that came with it and this little area right here. So it's got the top section of it is made just to fit this in there. So you fit it in there like that, and then it'll slide into place to where it won't come out, and it won't allow it to spin either. That way it'll kind of hold the bolt, because you're gonna have to use this. This is where the stock pedal is gonna go in here, and then the stock bolts that are there are gonna go through these right here. That way then it gives you that adjustment from side to side. So let's put the other bolt in here at the bottom. There we go. And that's pretty much it right there. And that's how she look on the back there. All right, so now let's run this bad boy up in here. All right, so now at this point, we just want to put this spacer, which is gonna be, there we go, in there like that there. See if I can push this out the way a little bit. So you guys can see what's going on here. So there it is. The spacer is in there. And like I said, you can move it from side to side. And I think for me, I'm gonna move it a little closer on this side. And then you're gonna have to reuse the stock bolts that came in here. So let's go ahead and run those in there real quick. All right, now we're not gonna tighten it all the way down. We're just gonna put it in there to where we can kind of adjust it. That way I can kind of take a look at it and see where I can kind of guesstimate where I want to put this thing at. All right, so let's run this pedal through here real quick. All right, so if we go here, it's gonna put us that much closer. If I want to, I can lift this thing up. So this is where we are here. So instead of being where it was way over there, now I got it all the way to the left to where it's closer. Now as far as for how far up I want this thing to be, I don't know, I may go right there. I should be able to blip that, I think. Let me see here. Yeah, we'll try it right here. So I'm gonna tighten it down right here where it is, all the way to the left. So let's pull the pedal off real quick. And where I can access the bolts. And I'll tighten this thing up, and then we'll go from there. All right, so I believe the torque spec on those are like 10 foot-pounds or something like that. I don't know, it's not that doggone tight, man. Just hand tight and you should be good to go. So now, that's where we are. So I might raise this thing up just a little bit, probably at that level. I think that would be good. So let's start these bolts in there. And at this point, it's just gonna be a matter of driving with it, figuring out where I want it to go, because it's gonna probably take a little bit of adjusting. I'm probably gonna like to drive a little bit and then freaking have to pull over and readjust it. And it's gonna be a process, but hey, I gotta make sure it's just right. That's the cool thing about this, is that you can adjust it to your liking. All right, so there we go. Now we are a tad bit closer, and it's further up closer to us, so we should be able to blip that thing. So now, the only other thing we have to do is to replace this pedal stop right here. So all you gotta do is just twist it off. Just so y'all know, lefty loosey, righty tighty. So we're gonna turn this thing to the left here. And there's quite a few turns on that thing to get it off of there. But now we'll put the one that they supplied. Okay. So now, what I thought this thing was threaded. It's not. You kind of got to apply a little pressure to it to get it started. And make sure that you're not going on there crooked, which I'm thinking that's what I'm doing here. Yeah, it's just made out of plastic material. So you just got to make sure that you're going on here straight. And then just apply a little downward pressure on it. And just make sure that you're going down on there flat and it's not cross threading. And then start it going. And then at that point, You just tighten it all the way down until it gets flush. Well, not flush, but you know, it's seated all the way down so that you seat it all the way down inside of this little circle right here. So at this point, I just need to twist this thing on there. So like I said, I thought it was threaded, but it's not. You got to really push it down on it to get it started, and then just thread it on there and let it thread itself. If I can get this on here. Been going to the gym, so I think I'm buff. And that's it. That's it. It's all the way down. And that right there is the complete install right there. So like I said, not very hard at all. Pretty easy at this point. It's just gonna be me playing around with it and adjusting it to where I want. So for this first adjustment, like I said, I'm gonna go do some driving on it. And like I said, I'm gonna do this on a separate video, but I just want to do a little short video on how you install it. And then I'm just gonna start testing it out and see where I get to. All right, y'all. So that wraps that up, man. Pretty easy install. And I gotta say, I sat in the car and off the rip, it makes sense what they're saying. This is gonna be something weird to get used to. I think I may have been a little bit too aggressive with making it, you know, too far to the left. But at the same time, it's making it, I can tell it's gonna be really easier to really blip the pedal while I'm on the brake. So, and that's kind of what you want. But like I say, I'm gonna do another video on that, me driving with it, just seeing how it feels. And I get y'all an update until I figure out exactly where I want it at to have a pretty good feel, and then maybe get into some heel to toe, and I'll let y'all know how that goes. But again, appreciate y'all, man. Thank y'all for joining me on this video, man. Remember, y'all, don't cost you nothing to subscribe. Subscribe to your boy. Support the channel so we can grow, so we can be big. And then, you know, growth is always a good thing. But appreciate y'all, man. Thank y'all. Make sure you like, subscribe, hit that bell notification, and hit all so you get notified whenever I put out a video. And until that next video, y'all, peace.